Before I start the official review for this film, I just want to mention quickly the short film that happened right before this feature. That short film is a new Pixar short called The Blue Umbrella. And I have to say that I was really impressed with this little short film. Even though the story is, a simple love story, but it's happening between umbrellas as they're, being used in the city on a rainy day. And I thought it was really cool. I liked the design of the short, and it slightly moved me. And I'm so impressed with the Pixar shorts, and I think this is a worthy addition to those mini short films, and I hope that they do one for each feature that comes out from them. I think it just adds so much amazement and joy going into seeing a Pixar movie. Now, the Pixar movie I'm going to talk about has history. This is a continuation, but a backwards whatever. I love Monsters, Inc. It is one of my favorite films in the Pixar catalog. I love the characters of Mike and Sully, and I'm so touched by their journey. And when I was announced that they were going to officially make a sequel to Monsters, Inc., I was very excited. I put it on my must-see list of whatever year it was going to come out. But then they changed it. They changed the news and they made it official, saying it was going to be a prequel and they were going to be in college. And that film was going to be called Monsters University. And now the film has officially come out, and what do I think? Well, the story, first off, is definitely a prequel. It's a few years that happens before they get to Monsters, Inc. But we learn about their first meeting. Now, when Mike and Sully first meet in college, they're not friends, they're not roommates, but they're competitors, and they're taking a scare class. And because of certain events, they get kicked out of that class, but Mike has the opportunity to be a part of a scare game, and he has to recruit a group of other monsters together, but he's missing one, and that one becomes Sully. And that's when the movie really started. I liked the beginning. It was very standard in its storytelling, and that's probably the biggest complaint I have about this movie, is that it is a very predictable story. But once they get together and they meet these misfits and they become part of this fraternity, that's when the movie started to really find its footing. Because you meet all these really goofy, nerdy, unpopular monsters that are going to this going to this university, but they're not really liked by the most important people. And I think one of the most important characters that comes from the ones that are really scary, they can do everything right, and I think that was played by Nathan Fillion. I think he does a really good job. There are some other great voices in this film, including Alfred Molina and Helen Mirren, that I really liked the characters that they had, even though Helen Mirren has a bigger part in the film. But for me, the movie finally started to just go somewhere when they were having this team, and I felt so much honest humor, and it was so much likability, and it's just great to see these characters again, even though it is a prequel. I would have preferred a sequel to this movie, but it was fun to just see these characters again, and to get to see them kind of form this relationship, this bonding, and you kind of understand where they're going to, you understand where they're going to end up heading. If you see Monsters, Inc., you kind of have an idea where this movie's going to go. So there's really no surprises in that factor. But I think what they do is that they just take that standard storytelling, and as I was watching this movie, I felt like I was watching The Internship, which just came out a couple weeks ago. It does have that same kind of story structure where you have two likable guys, and then they get around a bunch of people. And I think what this movie did right that The Internship did wrong is that we get two likable characters, but we get a surrounding cast that are likable, where The Internship gave you just horrible, horrible people that surrounded those two great characters. And another thing, this movie, unlike The Internship and The Hangover Part 3, this film actually utilizes the talent of John Goodman. Man, I just wanted to get that out there. John Goodman and Billy Crystal shine in this film. I mean, I would love to see this story continued into the journey that we actually maybe will see someday if this movie is popular. We'll get to see a sequel, a bona fide sequel to Monsters, Inc., and how they change the world by making them laugh, and maybe they'll come up with some crazy concept. Of course, I would rather see new stories from Pixar. I just want to put that out there. I would rather see new stories from Pixar, but this is a nice return to some very likable characters. So in the end, I like this movie. It's not great, but I did enjoy it, and I'm going to give Monsters University 3 solid stars. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to WhoYouTube.com. And if you love to go to the movies and you want to find out how you can see one 2D movie a day, please go to MoviePass.com. It'll change your life, just like it has changed mine. What am I going to go see tomorrow? And Saturday? And Sunday? And Monday? And Tuesday? And Wednesday? And Thursday? And Friday? And Saturday? And Sunday again?